All right, man. Welcome back. Pause Menu Society. Streets Need a Body. I'm one of your hosts, Derek Daniel Ocean. That's super producer, Big Money Sterl, Awesome Amy. We are back with another episode recapping Raising Kanan. This episode, from what I know, Joseph Sikora maybe did the last one. I think he might have done this one too. Let me double check. Um, but
If he did this one, they may need to make that a
I know
reoccurring thing.
he did the one before. Haley Kilgore, aka Jukebox, said so. And then Patina Miller posted something, and it looks like he might have done this one too. Um s- okay, no, he did episode 3. Pete Chapman did this one, which is called Rook Pawns and Rooks.
Mhm.
So we are down to 2, 3, 4 episodes remaining. The last episode will be July 31st. Um
When are they taking a break?
I don't there is no break. This one goes straight through. Next episode is this Friday, July 10th, July 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. There's no mid-season break. This one's going straight through.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so I think they want to get us to whatever the finale is, and whatever the finality is of the arc for the Thomas family as quick as possible. So before we go into this, can I please get my props because I called it. Other people were saying it, and I was just like, I feel like, and y'all were like, "Ah, I don't know," but Kanan, she was like, Kanan, you don't even fucking know me, and you don't even know my real name. He's like, well, what's your name? And she said, Jarita. I was like, okay, that's it. That's Sean's mother. We have met Kanan's baby mother. I don't know how long it'll be before she gets pregnant with Sean. Um, because they would have to do some sort, like, let's say if she ended up pregnant in the next episode, that's a time jump to 9 months. Like, so I'm guessing Sean is born in Power Origins.
Mhm.
How long? Okay, hold on. How old was Sean when Kanan went to jail? Is the question.
I don't know.
I
Let's
don't know.
uh let's do a
Because he
quick
was
Google
around.
search.
That's why he called him Uncle G. He was around Ghost since he was a kid. Um, we know that Tasha was the one who convinced Ghost to set Kanan up and send him to jail.
Sean was around 9 or 10 years old when his father, Kanan Stark, went to prison.
Okay, so he's 20 something when Kanan gets out because
Mhm.
he's not too old. He still can relate to Tariq to a certain extent because that was one of the first things that Tariq was hurt by was Sean getting killed.
Mhm. It says because Kanan was locked up for roughly 10 years and Sean was nearly was in his early 20s, around 20 to 22 years old
When Kanan
when the
got out.
when the, when Kanan got
Okay.
out.
All right, so let's just go ahead and dig into it. Kanan and Breeze, they got their soldiers on the block. Breeze man Taz rolls up on Kanan. Obviously, there's some friction. I put it in my notes right there. Taz does not make it out of this episode alive. Did anybody else feel the same thing when we saw that from the jump?
Well, remember
Yeah.
Yeah,
me and you
okay.
both had predictions the last one we did, and we said
We
he's
did
either
say
gonna die in fourth or the fifth episode. So
episode, and it was very clear. It was very clear. Um, Marvin is becoming increasingly more reflective in religion, obviously post Lou's murder.
Yeah.
Um, Marvin is carrying some baggage. He's
A
carrying some
lot.
pain. He's carrying some baggage. Like that conversation where he kind of told Rock out. I think they were outside of that was Flossie's building or something like that. That
mhm,
was very important to me. Um, Rock is sitting down with Joaquin. We know who Joaquin is. That's Juliana's cousin.
Mhm.
Um, Juliana and her husband owned the corner store that Rock and them took the back room over, and then he was beating on Juliana, so Rock and them killed him, and then she got with her cousin, got the cousin to be Rock and them connect, and then she started feeling herself too much. Who did she
Right.
end up fucking around with? She fucked who was it that
Oh,
Juliana
it
fucked
was
with?
it
It was
was with
Ronnie. She
the
tried to fuck with
Ronnie,
Ronnie.
yeah.
mhm.
So y'all watched that TikTok that I sent y'all
Yeah.
where they say that Ronnie, because if you look at like,
No, I see it. I get it.
yeah, Ronnie did not like when the girl showed that clip, I was like, yeah, I totally forgot about this. But Ronnie definitely did not look like he was interested in whatever the fuck Juliana was putting down, or any woman, because
Yeah.
your first day out of jail, you've been locked down.
He was always a weird dude, though. He
I
gave
mean,
off
weird is
full, serial killer
I mean,
vibes.
well, yes, but at the same
Technically, all the
time,
motherfuckers are serial killers. So
they are. I think it
Technically,
only
yeah.
takes. I think it takes 2 or 3 murders before you're considered a serial killer.
hmm
The fact of the matter is this: if it's my first day out, I know what I'm going to do. I don't like. Is that a thing for? Is like for women? Is that a thing? Is that what y'all like? If you
I
had been
don't
away
know.
for a minute.
I've never been to prison.
No, I'm asking if you had gone to prison. You wouldn't be like, all right, I got to go see a man about a horse after, like when you came out the gate.
I don't know. I guess maybe.
I don't think
I don't
I
that's
don't
know.
know.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
it's the
that's
same.
the same for women. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. But I never really thought about it until that
Now,
girl
I've
pointed it
met
out. I
some
was like,
men who just got out of prison, and that's what they usually do.
yeah,
So,
the first thing you want when you get out,
yeah.
woman, a hot meal, and then you figure everything else out as you go from that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this episode really, like, I'm just like, when will the twists and turns stop? This was very, very interesting just from the word go. So I tried to put the timeline together to figure out where the fuck we were. I know Kanan goes to jail around 2000 or something like that, or anywhere from like 2000 to 2005 or something like that. I tried to do the timeline based on the sneakers they were wearing. One of the corner boys had on the Bugs Bunny Jordan 8s, and Juke was at the donut shop with the detective wearing the Jordan 7 Airs. So that would be anywhere from 91 to 93.
92. Yeah, 93. Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere from 91 to 93. So, um,
I know.
Sean, you said Sean was 9 or 10 when Kanan went to jail. So if he's born, I know there's a power Wikipedia. Let's see. Sean Stark. Let's see when they say so power fandom. Do we have a birth date? Um, no, we don't have a birthday. Oh, I forgot that he messed around with Lakeisha.
Who?
Sean. I totally forgot about that. All right. So anyway,
Lakeisha.
uh, Lala.
Oh yeah.
Remember we said Lala was getting the 50 check because she did power. She got killed. Because remember Tommy took her son to the baby daddy that was played by Jesse Williams, and then she showed up on BMF with
hmm
Terry. Um, so Rock's new business partner, Pito Bernardi, aka Joey Pants, wants her to go talk to Stefano. Uh Stefano was bitching to the powers that be about the new business agreement. So it seems like he was talking to the commission, apparently.
hmm
Breeze, the next scene, Breeze is playing chess. So we starting to see Breeze more as the Breeze that we were promised. The interesting
Yep.
thing about this, though, I have to say this. Shamik Moore is way too talented of an actor. I don't know if Sasha Penn is writing Breeze's dialogue or if the director is well, this will actually more be on the director. They're not getting what they need to get from Shamik Moore as Breeze. Like we're starting to see the character of Breeze as we've been promised with him playing chess and all that stuff. But the lines aren't hitting right. It's kind of like overacting. I feel like he should be more cold and calculating. Like Breeze should he shouldn't act like Neek, but you know how Neek was very composed. The only time we ever saw Neek fly crazy off the handle was when he came back when everybody thought he was dead. Other than that, Neek was very composed and stuff like that. Breeze, I feel, should be more composed. I like,
They're just trying to make him too much of a villain, and it's like he reminds me of the villains in the old school Batman and shit. where it was
Yeah,
like
he's very animated.
animated. Yeah.
So I'm just like I like where you're taking me, but I don't like how the lines are being delivered. It's just like I think maybe he was better in the last episode, right? The one before this? So
And
then
the only
that kinda
reason you're saying that is because he didn't have a lot of lines in the last episode.
that could be it,
And
that
that's
could
the
be it.
that's the bad part. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I just I now I'm like we obviously are gonna watch Power Origins. Obviously, we'll be
Mhm.
covering that for you guys as well, but I have some reservations. And I don't
He
and
feels
again,
very forgettable. Like, I
he
honestly
at
forget about him every
the
episode.
beginning, he was very forgettable. At the beginning, he was very forgettable. But again, the mythos around Breeze as his character, like
Mhm.
I forget, like the dude that played Bishop in Euphoria, he
Yeah.
was in the very first season of Power. He was in The Wire too, but he was Roller in the first season of Power, and that was the first time like we heard the name Breeze. This name has been built up since the OG Power, since the beginning.
Okay.
People were
See,
wondering,
I just started in this one, in this
okay,
I've
yeah,
never seen all the other ones, so for me, it's
people were
different.
wondering if Rock's boyfriend was Breeze, and like, oh, this is Breeze, this is Breeze, and everybody's like, no, like people thought Ronnie was Breeze.
Mhm.
Right.
Nobody because Ronnie actually the way that we're told about Breeze and him being very like the way Ronnie stared at that fucking TV when he came home from jail is the way they had us believe that Breeze was always in front of his TV to watch Jeopardy at 5 o'clock every evening. Laser focus. And this is not what we're getting from Shamik Moore.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can blame him because it is on the director to give direction.
Yeah.
If the actor's not reading the part correctly, that's something you gotta capture in the casting process and auditions, like, "We really like you to come in and read," and then you read, it's like, maybe we're not gonna get what we wanted from this guy," and then we move on to the next person. So, I don't know who to blame, but they gotta do something better because 'cause I'm just not getting it.
Okay.
Um, anyways, Breeze never looks up from his chessboard, as some I forgot who it was that was talking to him. Um, then we go
It
back to
was just one of the
Stefano.
corner boys telling him
That's right.
about the fight
Breeze,
between
Kanan and Taz. Kanan and
Kane and
Taz.
Mhm.
Tats. Yeah.
We go back to Stefano, who's now talking to Rock because Pino told Rock to go talk to Stefano,
Oh, that's
make
right.
sure this is cool, make sure there's no issues with our business dealings. So here's the thing. What I don't know what part of the five families that each of them is supposed to represent. I don't know if we're supposed to actually ignore the fact that the five families exist or anything like that. Um, the idea is that they would work together and they all have their own territory. Somebody has Harlem, somebody has Queens, somebody has Staten Island, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
The reason Sal told her you're dead in you're done in Queens, you're no longer working in Queens. Well, that's why she went to Manhattan.
Right.
You are already in business. You said you're done with the dope game, but because Queens belongs to the family that you represent, you still want your taste. How is she in Manhattan and you still want a piece of that as well? This is like, but this is the arrogance that a lot of people talk about, and which what probably was part of the downfall. The Sicilian mafia,
Mhm.
gluttony is a thing, and they just don't know when enough is enough. Like if you watch The Sopranos, like they would say, "Well, we got this organized thing over in New York, and then we got this pygmy thing all the way out in fucking Jersey." And because they're New Jersey and we're New York, we're big brother, your little brother, we're going to squeeze you. You know, I think we're trying to see the same thing here, but it's in reverse. Queens should not be telling Manhattan what to do.
Right.
That's just not how it goes. That's not how it goes.
And
So
I don't think it's the
Stefano,
fact of obviously Homeboy in Manhattan is a higher level boss
Right.
because he came to him asking. It wasn't a demand. It was, I'm
yeah,
asking you, why are you doing business with this bitch? And you know that I have a problem with her. And he told him flat out, your problem shouldn't affect me
with my
get money with her.
Period.
but and that's why this writing for Sal is very confusing because Sal may run Queens, but he just might be he probably isn't even the underboss because he wouldn't be out in public the way he is, especially after getting knifed up in the park. So what do we say? Sal's like a capo?
No, he
So then
runs Queens
but the fact of the matter is though, if he's running Queens, he should not be out in the open like that. He just shouldn't. Also,
He's not. He's in his restaurant, isn't he?
that's still for the mob, that's out in the open. You're not supposed like remember, how many Italians have we seen get killed on this show? There was the one
Many.
that Neek was real cool with that was he was Jackie Aprile in The Sopranos. Then the other dude just got killed in the last episode. There's
Yeah.
only so much territory. Sal is like a capo at best. I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, we see his arrogance already. Like he thinks he's
Yeah, I mean, I
fucking
think you only really seeing him out in the open because he's at war.
Yeah, let's see.
Because I'll be honest with you, if he was just a capo, he wouldn't
No,
even
they
have
say
the
he
ability.
huh?
no, okay, Sal, I'm sorry. What is his fucking name?
I don't even
What is his
remember.
name? Tony Danza's character. Sal
Yeah,
was the
because
Don of the Baselli crime family.
Okay.
hmm
But apparently he operated Jersey on behalf of the five families of New York.
hmm
Who the fuck is Tony Danza's character?
because if he was just a capo, he wouldn't even have the ability to go talk to homeboy in New York. You got to send bosses only talk to bosses. We not politicking anything about my business, and me even thinking about having you having a say so in what I'm doing. So I believe he's a boss.
Oh, it's
Stefano
Stefano.
Marchetti. St-
Yeah.
uh, yeah, he apparently operates Queens.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. This is very interesting. It seems like somebody has the hierarchy incorrect. I don't know, but again, if you like Sterl said, if you're going to talk to this man in Manhattan about business dealings that he has with somebody who used to operate in Queens, somebody has the hierarchy fucked up. I don't know who it is. He said you're done in Queens. Okay, well, if I go to Manhattan, that's not any of your business, especially because the drug trade that's going on in Queens, you're still getting your taste. And I think that's why Rock is pissed off, which she has a right to be.
Mhm.
Um, So Stefano says, I don't care if you got Pino Bernardi's next kid cooking in your womb. Don't ever talk to me like that. Rock refuses
Yeah.
to back down. She refuses to. So this is another thing. So greed, this is the greed they talked about in the Bible. He wants a cut of what Rock is earning in Manhattan. Rock has already
Right.
got to split money with Pino Bernardi and with Flossie. If she gives Marchetti a cut, there's nothing left for her essentially.
Yeah. And she doesn't need to anyway. She's not in his area. She's not working with him. He already cut her off. Like, what is he
I
really
think
expecting?
I mean, you can look at any movie where the mafia is portrayed how they feel about black people. Like, if you
Mhm.
go back to American Gangster, when they were about to take down the plane, and the one guy didn't believe him, he's like, Frank Lucas, who the fuck is he? What family does he work for? He's like, he operates independently. He's like, no nigger has ever accomplished in 150 years what the Italian mafia cannot accomplish. They just didn't think black people were, intelligent enough for one. If you look at
Right.
the Many Saints of
Just
Newark, the
racist.
Sopranos prequel, yeah, it's like she says, Dickie said black men have no brain for money. He was like, okay, well, we're gonna see. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? This is so his arrogance and his lack of his hubris, if nothing else, he feels that even though Snaps, Pop, Kanan, Breeze got their thing, he was like, well, I'm not in this anymore, but y'all still got to pay me. I still want my cut. And then you have this situation where I told Rock she's dead out here, and I know she went to Manhattan to work, but I want a cut off of her too. I don't know if Marchetti survives this season. I think he would be. I think he goes too. I don't see him surviving.
I
And
thought he
actually,
was gonna
they
go
keep
last season, honestly, so, I mean, I'm just
he
waiting
can't.
for him to go.
Okay, so this is very interesting. Obviously, let's go to the Kanan stuff. Kanan's still fucking the escort who works for Rock and Flossie. Instead of the
Mhm.
hotel, she's now at his apartment. And that's where I'm like, Kanan's getting real comfortable, and he of all people should know not to do this.
Yeah.
And when it's I hear you, but come on, bro.
It depends on how you look at it because he evidently ain't getting that comfortable. What he's doing is he's they
He's fucking
I mean
with their head to fuck with their business.
that
But
and then plus what he does after that, after he gets her out of there, we
Yep.
have to get to the next part, which we still have to talk
Mhm.
about, is where they kidnap old girl
Yeah.
Yeah,
and tells her to tell Rock who it is.
it was
So
Yeah.
me. It was me. Um, yeah, so he asked the girl why she ended up in the escort business. There's a brother who was special needs and a grandmother in rehab. I forgot
Mhm.
exactly what her degree was in, but she said her bachelor's degree isn't covering
Psychology.
all of those psychology. Okay, she said her bachelor's degree is not covering all those bills. She starts spilling her guts about Flossie and Rock's agreement. Big mistake. You're talking too much.
Dumbass.
You're talking way too fucking much. But that's what they say. Pillow, like, if you look at the downfall of a lot of situations, it was always generally like 85% of the time there was pillow talking and somebody ran their fucking mouth. And that's how, like, we've seen it happen a million times. Most
Mhm.
famously, the last 5 years, how did they find out Drake had a kid? Well, most of us knew already, but 40 was pillow talking to that girl. The girl didn't really like 40 like that, and then the information got back to push.
mhm.
So she's doing way too much talking.
Yep.
Um, so
So
her name is Tiana, her escort name.
mhm.
So then we get to the bus depot, and obviously Marvin and Rock have had this conversation. Let's get some friends, like if they were Italians, they'd be like, let's get some friends of ours, from on the other side. They would hire hitmen from Italy to come over to America to do the job, and they'd fly right back after they did the kill or whatever. This was interesting because I've never heard of hitmen coming from Memphis of all places. Uh, Homeboy and the Cowboy, and I was like, this is just fucking crazy. Um, we go back to Tiana and Kanan,
Yeah.
and she flipped out because he was buying her clothes.
Mhm.
So here's my thing. I know you're in the business to take care of your family. I totally get that. I don't know a hoe that's in the hoe business that doesn't like nice things.
You're reading it wrong. It's not the fact that she didn't like nice things. It was the fact
You
of
think it
she
was
peeped
he was
through
getting
him.
too
Yeah, she seen how personal he was getting, and she peeped that it was
okay.
some kind of game being ran. And she looking at him like, you just like all the rest of these tricks. You trying to buy me, you trying to do this, and I actually like you, and I thought that you was liking me. She peeped it.
So
She
here's
just
my
peeped. She just
okay,
didn't know what was coming
true.
from it.
Now I'm gonna argue on Kanan's behalf. You're telling me you have a brother who's special needs and a grandmother that's in rehab, and that's killing you. You need that money for that. So if you need that money for that, why are we in a high end boutique in Soho?
He did
Right?
He
that,
took her there.
Right. She didn't have to go. She did not have to go. If
but
you walk in that door,
going,
you're walking in.
but you got to
You
look
walk
at it.
in.
She went in there and picked up the price tag, looked at the price tag, and said, "Nah,"
Nah.
because in my mind, if we keeping it funky, you could just give me this after I already told you. You can give me the cash so I can take care of what I need to take care of.
This is
Yeah.
true. The only problem is they're New Yorkers. They know how expensive fucking Soho is. She knew what that shit cost before she knew the price range at least before they walked in the store.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, at the end of the
now
day, she just had when she looked at the price tag, she had awakening of what was going on. And she was like, "Yeah, nigga, you just doing everything that these other rich white people that I typically deal with. You're just
Mhm.
trying to throw money at the situation, and I'm already liking you because I thought you were
and
different, quote unquote."
right. So when we get to this point, I didn't think it was going to get us to the next part. And I was just like, oh, so this is the big reveal. So she flips out there in the street. She said, you pay me to fuck you, Kanan. I'm a hoe. You don't even know my real name. He says flat out, so tell me what your name is. And she said Jarita. And at this point, it's like, okay, this is Kanan's baby mother. This is Sean's mom. We finally cracked the code. Everybody in the first season who thought the one girl who used to be with Buck 20, I'm like, this is a bit early. I don't think this is, Sean's mother. It didn't make any sense. And Famous was very much alive at that point. After Famous gets killed, it's like, okay, so we know Famous's first name is Sean. Now we know more than likely this is who he was named after. Now we're at this point. I thought this was going to be the only big reveal in this episode. Of course, we have the other one coming up later, which obviously we've been debating and the community is debating as well because it's around TikTok. I shared that one video with y'all. Shout out to that one girl. I'm going to reach out to her. I definitely commented and I'm gonna reach out to her and see maybe if she would like to come on so like we can have a conversation with her because she seems to be very steeped in the show and seems to be a very big part of the community. So I would really love to get her on. Maybe
Yeah.
not even maybe I don't know, maybe cover an episode or maybe just talk about the show in general and what we think, but we'll see.
Right.
Um
That'd be cool.
so then we got Breeze and Rock meet up. And this was interesting because I was like, we have on this hand, we have the old guard, which is represented by Rock, and then we have the new guard, which is represented by Breeze. And this is a moment, right? Breeze says he only agreed to meet up with Rock because she used to get busy back in the day. Rock is here because Breeze is in business with Kane. As much as Rock and Kanan can't stand each other, it's still her son. So
Yeah.
in her head, she's like, you in business with my son, so I'm coming to check you out and see what the fuck this is really all about.
Right.
I have a side note. That Burberry fit Breeze had on was absolutely fucking disgusting. I don't know who, I don't know what stylist was like, that's the one. That Burberry fit was disgusting.
Oh my God.
I put that on my notes. I was like, this Burberry fit is absolutely fucking disgusting. This is so bad. Again, and this is why Breeze does not feel like the nigga doesn't feel breeze. He don't feel breezy to me. He just doesn't feel very breezy. I don't fucking know, but I'm just not feeling it, bro. Like them fucking hats. Like 1 minute you got a newsie on and shit, and like that Burberry fit was absolutely tragic. Like put this nigga in a hoodie and some Timbs or something. Like,
Well, you could tell
bro,
they didn't really most of these gangsters, you can actually tell the real gangster in that time area that they're portrayed as. Like, if you look at Neek, Neek is 100% Rich Porter.
I
right,
agree.
right.
That is Neek. They just look like
Flashy.
the flashy, always with the chains, dark skin,
Whoa, real
real
quick.
suave.
Have y'all seen this post where they say Kanan killed his uncle and stole his whole swag? Because Lou got the sheepskin joint on, and then in the OG Power, Kanan got it on. I was like, you
Mhm.
know what?
It's the
This
truth.
definitely checks. It
It's the
tracks.
truth.
It tracks.
Yeah. So you could just tell that they didn't have a direction for Breeze.
Which is crazy because I've not seen a single part, and even look at the next week's episode, Kanan got on the OG Sharks jersey with the NHL. Like they had to go get that from somewhere because it's got the NHL 75th anniversary patch on it. Like that was out when the Sharks first came in the league when I was a kid. I'm like, y'all had somebody go and find that fucking jersey, and y'all got Breeze looking crazy out here, like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they should have found a New Yorker to kind of portray him as look at some of the old fits. It ain't hard. All you had to do was look
Because
up
if you look
anything
at it,
Dapper
like
Dan.
I didn't seen, shout out to Brit. Um, every time Raising Kanan is on, Brit be like, "Look at this badass coat Rock got on." She's commenting on everything. Look, Juke be clean as fuck.
True.
Marvin is this close to dressing like an old head. Marvin is very close. Lou used to be fucking fly. Kanan be fly. Everybody be fly except for fucking Breeze. This nigga does not feel breezy to me. He's not very breezy. He's just not. He just looks like a bad fashion experiment. Like he's got a Porsche, and then he dresses like what the fuck ever. That Burberry fit was absolutely atrocious. I cannot believe that. That's crazy. Look, Sean used to be fly. Ghost used to be fly. Tommy used to be fly. Kanan in the OG series was fly. Tariq was fly. Motherfucking Braden was fly. Effie in them. Drew, Kane. Name me one bad dressed person in the Power universe until we got to Breeze. If they were dressed bad, they weren't getting no money.
I mean, it's just like Stroll said, they didn't have a direction.
They didn't have a direction for him.
And that's sad considering this is supposed, like, you know what Breeze is? Remember in the MCU where they kept doing all the post-credit scenes and then finally Thanos grabbed the gauntlet and was like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. Breeze should be Thanos. Breeze is supposed to be Thanos. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know.
It just depends on, I mean, he can't be Thanos because he dies.
But, okay, Thanos fucking got killed.
It's to me, it's not the same. I just need to see how long he's gonna be in the
build. I'm saying, so let's compare it aside from that, the build to this guy. They spent all this time telling us or dropping these hints, man. Breeze was a motherfucker. Breeze did this. Breeze did that. Yeah. Kanan telling Tariq, yeah, your pop shot Breeze right here in this very room. All of that, and this is what we get. I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to pivot to him being. They made Breeze. I don't know whose legacy they fucked up more, Breeze or DEFCON.
Definitely Breeze so far.
Breeze.
DEFCON,
it's definitely Breeze because we knew about, and we'll get to that.
But my thing is, Breeze really can't become Breeze until Rock is gone, however she goes. Yeah, especially after them meeting like that. I ain't going nowhere, nigga. I ain't going nowhere either. So anything you do, so once she goes, I think he levels his game up. I still think we're in the beginning stages of Breeze.
That makes sense.
I think we are as well. I just don't know how they're supposed to sell us. Got you. Noted. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Like, I don't.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, if I feel like Breeze is trying to play Kanan for sure, especially when he was just like, "Oh, we're brothers," you know.
Well, I was getting to that, right?
Yeah.
Which we're gonna talk about that because no, you're not. You're not. You're just fucking not. Kanan and his boys kidnap one of Flossie and Rock's girls. Juke tells Marvin that she's been talking to Detective Garcia to find out who put down Detective Howard. So this tells me that loose ends are about to be tied up because once they figure out, we all believe that DEFCON is Kanan's father. Again, in a second we'll get to that. Or we know that DEFCON is not Kanan's father. The rest of them don't know this clearly. And we're going to get to that. And I think that that's going to cause some conflict within the family. Juke tells Marvin she's short on the money she owes Detective Garcia. Marvin won't give her the money. But Marvin was definitely proud of Juke for going out there and basically getting her own cop to like have on the inside for information and shit. Like, you called her a chip off the whole fucking block. So Marvin and Juke's relationship seems to grow more the more that they do. Like, it was like, hey, we're bonding over trauma first. Mom left both of us. Mom came back around. Mom on some bullshit. Hey, fuck this bitch. Neither one of us need her. Then Marvin came home. Remember when he sat on the couch and the shit felt light and he was like, where my gun at? And Juke had the gun and shit like that. It was like, he's definitely, Marvin was meant to raise like a gangster type ass kid. You know, what did that nigga call her? He was like, you some kind of girl. Oh, I can't say the word.
Oh yeah, no, he called her Lebanese.
He did say that, but he called her a girl F word too.
Yeah.
Lebanese is hilarious.
Yeah.
Marvin
I
a
cracked
funny
up.
nigga, man. Um, yeah, so it's weird that they have Marvin and Juke's relationship is very, very strange, but it works for them, so I'm all for that shit. I'm all for it. Um, but we know it's got to come to an end. Um, I just don't know how. If they, the problem is this: the writer's room can change. This is not one fluid show. These are different, these are different volumes of or books of power, as they say, right? So it's not fluid. It drove me crazy in the later seasons of Beverly Hills 90210 where the writer's room would change and they would write a story that would basically retcon something that happened previously. It drove a lot of people crazy in the Many Saints of Newark where they wrote something and we're like, dog, that's not what happened. Like, we know that this happened because Tony said it, Paulie said it, Carmela said it, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody's like, well, their memories are foggy. No, this is just bad writing because
Right.
there's 7 seasons. Y'all could have turned on HBO Max like the rest of us, watched the goddamn show in its entirety, and then went back and made the amendments to the fucking script. My point with that is, if we're going based off of what Kanan said in the OG Power, one uncle died and one uncle turned into a crackhead. Lou is gone, so we expect Marvin to spiral, I guess.
Do you think
How
he's
do we
gonna,
get there
like,
is the question.
right, how, like, at what point do you think that's gonna happen? And do you
It's got
think
to
that
be the end.
at the very end, you
I
don't think it's gonna
I
happen, like,
think
midway?
I think
Shit,
the
we're almost
penultimate
midway now.
we're exactly midway now. I think it's going to be the penultimate episode of anything. It'll be the
Okay.
penultimate episode.
Yeah.
But what causes I think I figured it out actually. I think I just figured it out. So, let's skip ahead just a little bit. Um One of the Memphis Kane and his boys give the girl the bad coke. She gives it to one of her clients. One snort, instant nosebleed, kills him. Um, Kanan tells the girl to tell Rock it was Kanan. Girl goes to the club, tells Rock what happens. Rock told her never mention what was said to anyone else because number
Right.
one, it could fuck up business. That's what Rock's worried about. She's worried
Right.
about the money. And also, at the end of the day, her and Kanan are beefing. That's still her son. If somebody find out that my son gave you bad dope to give a customer and that customer died, they're gonna try to kill him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. So I understand why Rock did what she did. So the hitmen, this is where things started to get really interesting for me. The one hitman is in the back seat, the other two are in the front. He kills the other two, gets paid by Stefano,
Mhm.
and then he's like, yeah, we got a car waiting for you outside, and they take him out back and knock him off.
Right.
So Marvin, and this is where it's bad, and this will lead into what my thoughts are. Marvin and Rock put the hit out, and it didn't go down.
Yeah.
It's just like in The Sopranos where they put the hit out on Phil Leotardo, and they killed the wrong old man, and then Phil went to the mattresses, and Tony had to go to the fucking mattresses after they killed Bobby Baccarat, and then they put Sil in a coma. Now Rock and Marvin, their antennas got to be up because they sent them like the dude comes with the package and he's like, "This is for you," and I'm told that nobody can open it for you. The minute I saw the package, what did y'all think? The minute I saw it, I 100% knew. I'm like, that cowboy hat is in that fucking box.
I didn't know if it was gonna be the cowboy hat or if it was gonna be,
Or a
like, just a
head or
piece of,
some shit.
yeah, a piece of his body. Something.
They,
I knew it was
I
gonna be
thought it was the
something.
I knew it was gonna. I 100% was like that hat is in that fucking box. The only reason I didn't think head is because of the way the box was shaped. Now, yes, you can fit a human head in there. They would have had to put it on ice and in a bag and stuff like that. Because if they just put the fucking head in the box, there's blood everywhere, and you would know. The message is known at that point, and you also couldn't ship that shit. But I 100% when he took him out back and shot him, and then the dude is waiting there with the package. I knew it wasn't a fucking bomb. I'm like, that hat is in that fucking box. It's just like in The Godfather when they sent the bulletproof vest with the fucking fish in it. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" He was like, "It's a Sicilian message. It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes."
So, anyways.
I want yeah, it was all along, I'm like, "That hat is in that fucking box. I guarantee you that
Yeah.
hat is in the fucking box." So, the hitmen are dead. Stefano knows that Rock and Marvin tried to put a hit on them. Here we go again. Here we go again. Who survives? Is this how Rock goes out? You know what I'm saying? We have what, 4 more episodes because July 31st is the last episode, and Friday will be the 10th. So yeah, we've got 4 more episodes.
We're getting there.
Let's do the same way we did it with Euphoria. Who's the next one to get killed?
Mm.
Stefano.
Do you think so?
My money's on Stefano for sure.
I
I don't think Rock's gonna go for a while.
I think Rock goes in the finale.
Yeah, I think
Have
Rock
y'all
goes in the
also
finale for sure.
okay, so remember when they first met Flossie, and then she
Yeah.
invited Marvin over to have a drink, right?
Mhm.
And Marvin looked at the picture on the table, she was like, "This is my daughter." Some people think that the girl in season 1, the white girl, Marvin, remember they put her dog in the fucking microwave? Some
Yeah.
people are speculating that that was her daughter. I don't think Flossie's old enough to have a child that was that Tony girl, because she was 20 something
Tony.
at least.
Mhm.
She was
Yeah.
at least 25, 26. I don't think that's her.
No.
But they've been known to fucking pull the rug from under us, at any given moment. So who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? Um, I I would say Stefano goes next too.
Yeah.
I think that the last killings that we're gonna see, Snaps and Pop and Rock.
I don't know
Now,
if Snaps and Pops is gonna die. I think they're gonna.
oh, they're 100% dead.
You think
They're
so?
100%.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think they
because
out of here.
the wheels are already falling off. When the cops went and got Kanan and they told him, "We don't know what the fuck a famous is."
Right.
And they keep showing us these flashbacks. That's setting you up to let you know he's going to find out. He's gonna find, like Rock was like, "I didn't kill your girlfriend. I didn't kill your friend." And people online are like, "What the fuck? What is Kanan mad at Rock about?" And all of us are like, "He has many reasons." They're like, "Kanan's just
Yeah.
spoiled," and we're all like, "Are y'all true? Like, y'all can't really be this dumb." Even though Kanan doesn't 100% know that Rock, like, he doesn't know that Rock wasn't the one who had Famous and Crystal killed. He knows that that Rock made the call to put D Wiz down alone,
Yeah. For sure.
alone. Now, the one thing I will say is Kanan jumped into grown folks' business before he became the current Kanan that he was. Kanan
Right.
was shook as fuck to pull that trigger. And then D Wiz was walking around bragging, talking about, "I put that nigga down." And Kanan was like, "Well, you can have the body." And because of that, streets need a body. Somebody got to go. D Wiz has got to sit down. Kanan sat there all night waiting for that dude to show up. That is
Mhm.
reason enough to be mad at Rock. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You made the call for my best friend to get killed? Are you fucking crazy?
Right.
I'm supposed to hate you every day of my life for that.
And that's what led him to believe if she would do that, then
She would do it
Exactly.
to
Then
she
she
everyone
would
sh
else.
she would
Famous
do it
and
to these other
Crystal as
people.
well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um, where were we? Okay, so Kanan goes to check Taz about being short. Turns out Taz was never short.
Right.
Taz tells Kanan that Breeze wants them to beef to see which one of them comes out on top. We knew this. We knew this because Breeze peeped that Taz was jealous, and that's when we both said, "Yo, this kid's not gonna make it.
And the last
This
straw
kid
was old boy coming to tell them that they Taz stepped to Kanan when they was outside or whatever the case may be.
outside, yeah." And
Mhm.
Breeze was like, "All right, here we go." Um, Taz tells Kanan he knows about Rock and he can't get from under Rock's duffs. I forgot what the fuck I was saying there. I don't know. Taz then shoots him. Oh, Kanan duffed Taz. That's what the fuck I was saying. And then
Mhm.
shot him in the knee before closing the door to kill him. And at this
Yeah.
point, I was like, okay, so we were right about that. We both said we didn't think he was going to make it out of this episode, which we called
Mhm.
it. Some of these killings are being way too easy to see. The mafia killing, the last mafia killing. Put on your best stuff. We're going. I'm taking my best girl out tonight. I was like, no, you're not. You're not making it out of this episode. and bro was gone 10 he was gone 10 minutes later. He was gone
Yeah.
literally 10 minutes later. I don't even know if it was 10, it was like 5, wasn't it?
Close
I
to it.
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was gone real quick. I'm just like it's like in Scream where they're like, "Don't say I'll be right back because you won't. We're going out tonight." No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not gonna make it out of the next scene. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Flossie is upset over the death of one of the clients who turned out to be a federal judge. Now that I clean that up. Marvin laughs. Flossie tells him it's not funny. Marvin says, and I quote, "A dead white guy is always funny to me."
Yeah.
Marvin is the king of the one-liners. There's never not a time where he doesn't show up and like, shout out to London. London, I think if you had to nominate somebody as the best actor on the show, who would you give it to? I think they're all very talented.
Rock.
Patina Miller is she's stage trained. Patina Miller is so far from what Rock is. It's like, damn, that's what you sound like for real. Like,
That's why I give it
not
to
even
her.
the yeah. But Makai Haley Kilgore, like Juke is so far from who the fuck she is as well. London is extremely funny, so it's nice that he gets to bring that to Marvin's character. Um, we can sit there and debate all day. I think Patina Miller is the answer, though. She is so far from what Rock is like.
Okay.
Just like she's like she might be a Tony Award winning actress if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
But she's able to just to oh the other thing is that's interesting. Anyway, um Rock offers to kill the girl who gave the bad coke to the judge. Flossie says she doesn't get bothered by violence. Um, then we go back to Breeze and Kanan. And Breeze and Kanan draped in trash bags. And I'm like, they about to chop this man whole fucking body up. And sure as shit,
Mhm.
they got the saw, they got the goggles, and I'm just like, this is like fucking them chopping up bodies in the back of Satriali's. Like, this is the Sopranos of the Power universe. This might be one of the greatest origin stories I've ever seen. Everything that it encompasses, everything that it tells us about about where they come from, Queens, how it's later on going to affect Ghost, how it's going to affect Ghost, Tommy, Tasha, Angela. The work they're doing now is going to pay dividends when we get to Power Origins, and then from that point, when Power Origins is done, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this Tommy and Tariq show. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's the next one coming, right?
You crazy as hell. I'm definitely watching it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Is
You
Tasha in
got
it?
to, because they always drop Easter eggs in each thing that leads back to something else. You got to watch it.
We'll see. But once Power Origins is done, I think I'm gonna go back and start at Raising Kanan and watch the whole show all the way up to the original Power. Because now they've just laid out like the one thing that I will skip is Tommy in Chicago.
I don't fuck with
It
that.
didn't
Yeah,
resonate.
I'm good.
It just didn't
Yeah.
resonate for me. So I don't know. So then we get back to Rock and Marvin. And this is where I think Marvin's spiral starts. Rock asks Marvin if he's fucking Flossie. Rock lets Marvin know she won't be tolerating any behind the back conversations like Stefano. Marvin lets Rock know that Stefano played both of them. Their parents and Lou are gone. And it's just them two at this point. And Marvin lets her know when she says stuff like that, it hurts because they are all they have left.
Yeah.
This is where I have so when Rock goes, which we all seem to think she is, Marvin is going to be absolutely devastated. And Marvin's going to find himself either back on that crack pipe or in that bottle. Because Marvin was in charge first and he ended up getting fucked up. And I think he went to jail, didn't he?
Hmm.
Mhm. He
And then
did.
that's when Rock had to take over. The fact that their mother died, she had cancer and didn't even tell them. Or by the time she told him, it was too late.
Yeah.
Lou gets killed, and then Rock, that's it for Marvin.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at that point, he's only got Juke left because him and Kanan are fucking beef. That's all he has left is Juke. And when Marvin starts to spiral, Juke is gonna be like, I cannot be around this. And I think that's how she ends up in DC. But
Mhm.
I do think the whole time when Howard's partner was around Juke and we're like, oh, so this is how Juke gets introduced to being a cop. No. This detective is going to be the one who puts the battery in Juke's back to be a cop.
Oh,
This is
for
who
sure.
I have him being like, because the way that they set up this relationship, Juke was gonna kill him, then saw he had a family, and she's like, "No, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, teach me a little bit, whatever, whatever." He's like, "No, you're gonna pay me for this."
Mhm.
And then we find out Juke is a dirty fucking cop.
Mhm.
I have him being the catalyst for Juke's story going forward. But Marvin's spiral, in my opinion, will be caused by Rock's death. So I have Rock going again in the penultimate episode, or maybe the episode before that. It's got to be one of the is anywhere from the like one of the last 3 episodes because it has to give enough runway for us to see Marvin go down this path. And
No, I see that for sure.
Lou's thing was alcohol. I think Marvin gets back on the pipe and it goes
For
back
sure.
like Kano. I had an uncle that was a crackhead. I
Right.
think that's how we get there. I think that's how we get there.
Yeah.
So after chopping up Taz's body, Breeze tells Kanan that Rock reached out. Breeze states it was Rock who hit up their corner, and Breeze knows Kanan knew this. And at this point, I'm like, is he feeling him out? Is he testing him? What is going on here? Kanan tells Breeze, all right, well, I know Taz wasn't short. This is you trying to check my head and see where I'm at and see what my loyalty is.
Mhm.
They finish chopping him up, and then they burn his remains. So then Bree says, "Don't worry, because you're not going to end up like him." Kanan flat out tells him, "I ain't worried, just aware." And this is where shit goes off the rails. Breeze asks Kanan if he ever met his father, Defcon, and Kanan says no. Breeze says, "I met him before, and Defcon is my father. He was with my mother before being with Rock. We brothers, Kanan."
Do you think he actually
Mm,
believes that?
This is why I say the writing is genius because it leaves open so many different
It's
paths.
very open ended.
Because he can possibly not know and really think because everybody else in the city thought it was DEF CON. The only people that truly know that now is Unique, is um obviously Rock and Kanan and the brothers.
Marvin still thinks, remember, because they took him up to jail when Kanan was like, "Are we sure he's my father?" And he met
Mhm.
Defcon's brother. Marvin still thinks Defcon is Kanan's
Okay,
father.
so then the brothers don't know, but Juke definitely knows. Because Juke was walking with that nigga when he was going to see the pops.
That's right. Famous is the
Mm.
only other person that knew, and Famous is dead because Kanan had the paternity test in the backpack, and Famous was like, "Kanan, that's a daddy test. What are
Yeah.
you doing with a daddy test?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
So so that's even less people that know.
Yeah.
So everybody else in the whole city but still believes that DEF CON is
that
his
Kanan
father.
is Defcon's father. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could be really being genuine and I'm really his son. And I heard that you was his son too. Or this could be the whole mysterious, let me get in your head version. And I'm not for sure if you really know. So I'm on some bullshit. And that would also lead me to believe, okay, if this is really your brother, or if he really thought it was your brother, it would make it a real hard situation between you and Ghost when Ghost kills this nigga.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you. We know that Rock was Defcon's beard. And
Absolutely.
the only reason she couldn't say anything about Howard really being his father was because she was Howard's CI and she was underage.
Hmm.
So Howard would have been in some fucking trouble. For
Mhm.
two, number one, fucking his CI, and number two, fucking his underage CI.
Well, not only just that, it would have put a target on Kanan's back. Your mom and
Yeah.
your dad is quote unquote this, and now we find out your dad is a whole cop. So that would could never get out.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we believe we know again that that Rock was DEFCON's beard? Do we believe that Breeze really thinks that DEFCON is his father?
It's
I
hard.
don't think so. I really, cause like,
It's
he's constantly playing games. Like, he's fucking with Kanan's head. So I really don't think that he believes that. I think he's just saying that so that
I don't think he
Kanan.
believes it either. Because like
Yeah.
I said, that's why it's okay for Kanan to, yeah, I might have been fucked up about it. We was doing business and we brought you in, but it should have been a whole lot more animosity with Ghost in the beginning. And the only really animosity that he had is, nigga, you backdoored me and got me locked the fuck up. So
At
I,
Tasha's behest.
yeah, but I mean, that's your bitch. That ain't mine. So
This is true. This is true. I don't know how to feel about this. Um, I just this writing is interesting.
it's fire. It's fire
It is. It
because
really is.
it
And I have in my notes, this is the best episode of this season and the best episode of the series, in my opinion, so far. I do have this as the best episode of Raising Kanan. I thought the writing was brilliant. I hope they didn't paint themselves into a corner, is my only thing. Or if
huh,
this is just conjecture
it's too
to
many
move the
holes. It's too
story
many
along.
ways to go with it. Yeah, it's so many ways you could go with it. You can go that he does know that Breeze is on some bullshit, and from that moment forward, yeah, I'm rocking with you, but I'm always looking at you funny
So
because you tried me.
here's the problem, and I just thought about this with that Ronnie clip. Snaps and Pop know that DEF CON is gay. Breeze is their nephew. Specifically, he's Pop's nephew. Pops is actually the woman, which I always thought was weird. Pops is the woman. So if DEF CON is supposed to be his dad, that means Breeze's mother and Pops are sister. Snaps and Pop know that DEF CON is gay. So that means they don't know that either they don't know that Breeze is doing this and saying all of this. Because remember, they said, um, the only person I saw give less than a fuck about a piece of pussy other than Ronnie was DEF CON. They know. I'm pretty certain that was in the clip, the TikTok I just saw. Let me just double check.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they
Yeah,
know.
he would have to be related to them. Yeah, shit.
Yes, Snaps and Pop know DEF CON sexuality. They said our nephew. More specifically, it is because I was like Snaps and Pop. So the dude is Pop. No, the girl is Pop. It is her nephew specifically. And that means and we would know if DEF CON was her brother. Her Breeze's mother is her sister. Like, they know that DEF CON is gay. So this is Breeze fucking with Kanan's head.
Yeah. I
Because
guess he's
so
he's
now
betting on Kanan not knowing that DefCon isn't his actual father.
he'd have to be. Because
Yeah.
well, the thing of it is this. Who knows that he's not really the father?
That's what I just
Clearly
told you. Who knows?
right. So let's go over the list again because now we went over this information, right? Um, so Famous is dead. He saw the paternity test.
Juke knows for sure
Juke knows,
Juke
Rock
knows.
knows,
because she walked into his
Howard,
house.
right? Howard,
Uh,
Kanan, or Howard's dead, but
So
there's
then
like
Howard's
you
5
get
gone.
people.
Howard's gone.
Howard's dead. Famous is dead.
Yeah.
Juke
Marvin and
knows.
Lou believed it, so Juke knows. There's only a handful of people that know this.
Yeah.
Didn't the Puerto Rican cop, the girl cop that was fucking with, she knew too, didn't she?
She
She
might have
found
known, but
out.
she's also dead.
Yeah, but she's dead now,
She
so
did find out. She did
she did
find
find
out
out.
that Howard was yes. How did she find out? It had something to do with when Howard was in the
His gun,
hospital,
and
right?
it was the shooting in the park.
The shooting in the park, and then his escort that he was seeing, she opened her big mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She sure in the fuck did. She sure did.
Because she
That's
brought
right.
it to Howard, and that's when Howard was gonna
And then she
kill her.
When he
saw
was trying to bury the
his
case.
paternity test in his house.
Mhm.
On his
That's right.
desk.
That is why he killed her. He was
Mhm.
trying to bury it because he's like, "Oh damn, this is my son. I can't send him to jail."
Right.
Okay, so she's dead. Famous is dead.
Mhm.
Snaps and Pop know that DEF CON is gay. Rock obviously knows DEF CON is gay.
Mhm.
Marvin took him to the prison to
So
meet
Marvin
DEF
doesn't
CON's
know.
brother. Marvin doesn't know,
Lou
which
didn't
means
know.
Lou probably didn't know either. This is interesting because they flat out they and I didn't think about it. I just thought Ronnie was a wild like
So
he
this
just
could
really
either
cared
be a
about his bread.
setup from Snaps and Pops, kind of putting this in motion with
I didn't think about that. That's
Breeze.
true.
yeah, with Breeze, or Breeze is still on the outside and don't know, because at the end of the day, well, no, but that don't make sense, because I really don't see two different kids not knowing or thinking that the father that they had is gay, unless this nigga just had beards all over the motherfucking city. So yeah, nah, that nigga Breeze on some bullshit.
Yeah.
Does Kanan
Yeah.
know that Kanan just thinks Rock is a liar? He doesn't know that DEF CON was gay, right?
She told him.
Yeah, she told
When
him.
he asked
found
her,
out.
she was like, "How could this nigga be my father?" She was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, Kanan. That nigga, what's his name, was gay. He
Mhm.
know."
Because I remember the reason Howard figured it out because when he asked Kanan his date of birth and Kanan told him, he was like, "That's not right," because DEF CON would have already been locked up. And then
Mhm.
he started to do the math in his head, and he was like, "I was fucking Rock at that time." And that's when he was like, "Raquel,
Mhm.
tell me that this boy ain't mine."
Right.
This is crazy. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
No, that nigga Kanan definitely knows. That's why he looked at that nigga like that. Like,
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
He sure did.
yeah, he like, nigga, you his, not only do you not know that I'm not his son, but nigga, you telling me you his son, and this nigga was
Mhm.
fully gay. So nah, bro.
There's literally a Reddit thread. Why is everyone saying DEF CON was gay? Because because he
Because
is.
they
Someone
said
says like, "What?"
so.
They were like, "Where the fuck was that mentioned as separately as family fuckery?" Got my head spinning. I now get why
Did
Breeze
they
snaked his
forget?
day one for a nigga he met this month. I don't get his Snaps and Pops role in this. They said Breeze was his nephew, so was they related to DEF CON or Breeze's mom? And also Rock, would she not have known DEF CON got another kid? Oh, this is 2 days ago. Okay, so this person doesn't know.
They don't know nothing.
Someone says, "You just let me know you're not a day one fan without saying it." And he said, "No, it's my ADHD catching up. I done watched the show 3 times over. I'm da da da." Talk about some beards and DEF CON was left-handed. Like, fuck that. Does that mean? Someone says a beard is a gay guy that a woman uses as their man to cover up something. In this case, Rock was helping him cover up the fact that DEF CON was gay. Left-handed is another gay term to say that he isn't straight. He went left. Rock
Right.
mentioned this to Howard. Rock told Howard in season 1, said claiming Kanan as his own was good camouflage to hide that he was hooking up with dudes.
Right.
So yeah, she told Howard. I don't think she told Kanan.
No, she
No,
told Kanan.
Howard told Kanan.
Then Howard told him. Rock definitely told Howard.
Rock told Howard, Howard told Kanan, and Kanan still didn't
Okay.
believe him until there was the paternity test.
And that's why, remember, he had Marvin take him to the prison.
Right.
They was like,
No,
That's
"Hey,
why.
Amy,
yo,
you're
daddy."
saying that Howard told Kanan that he was his father. When he brought that shit to Rock, Rock told Kanan that that nigga was gay.
I thought Howard told Kanan that
Hold on.
that
Rock
DEF CON was
shared.
gay.
Okay. Hold on.
I mean, it
I
doesn't
have all the
matter. He knows that it's not
He
his
knows.
father.
This thread might Okay, so I have all the same questions as you. Seriously, it was confirmed all the way back in season 1 that DEFCON was gay. Rock shared this
Mhm.
information with Howard, Kanan's biological father, and other people have mentioned that he had no vices, no drugs, no alcohol, and no women, snaps and pops. DEFCON being gay was established and true. We still need to find out who Breeze's mother is or was. It's gotta be Pop's sister. Was she another beard like Rock or an actual failed attempt to be with a woman resulting in Breeze being born? Is Snap's Defcon's brother or is Pop's Defcon's sister? No, she would be the mother. Is Breeze just a street nephew and Snaps and Pop with no actual blood relation the way Tariq is to Tommy? From my understanding, he said our nephew, and then he went and hugged her first and was on some hey auntie shit. I'm pretty sure that Pops is supposed to be his auntie
Hmm.
Mhm.
and Snaps is just his uncle by marriage.
Right.
Um, if you think that because Rock says something it's true, I don't think you're watching the right show. Good point. So many she or any of these motherfuckers could be lying. By motherfuckers, I mean Bree, Snaps, and Pop will know when we know. Either could be just Bree's mom's sibling. Um, He was called the fairy in season 1, plus he had beards, and that was probably Breeze's mom who he got pregnant. I'm pretty sure it's in the first fucking episode, if not the first season for sure. Someone says, I don't believe Breeze and think this is a way to make Kanan not have to choose between family and a business partner. So as long as Kanan thinks that that's his brother, Breeze don't have to worry about Kanan chooses his mom over him. It was already revealed DEFCON was not in the females. I wonder how much older Breeze is than Kanan, because if Kanan didn't know him, but Breeze remembers him, he would have to be at least 5 years old at least. Breeze likes to keep people at each other's throats, so it's less of a chance people group up on him. When did
They
Breeze
never
ever
said
mention
that
meeting
Breeze
Kanan?
remember Kanan though. They didn't say
Kanan, yeah,
nothing
I was gonna
Yeah,
about
it
say
it yet.
didn't
somebody.
yeah, it didn't say anything like that. Anyways, I don't know.
Yeah, you may need to go back and watch previous seasons, Chief. That info was kind of integral to the whole Howard storyline. Someone says season 1, um, episode 8, apparently. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. What? Okay. I kid you not. Gay don't mean he don't like pussy. Maybe he was an equal opportunist. So somebody was like, "Are you for real?" I don't. There are gay men that have kids. My boss is bi and he's got kids, but he's like
He's not gay.
pretty strict.
He's bi. It's two totally different things.
Well, apparently he's only dating dudes now. I don't know. Um, this is interesting. This is probably the biggest twist, and I got to tell you, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all because it's giving us a conversation. I always just thought Ronnie was just super crazy, wanted to get back to his bread because he had been locked up. He left the business to Neek. Neek fucked up. And he was like, "You got your head up, rock pussy, this, that, and the third."
But wait,
I
didn't
totally forgot
didn't Ronnie hit old girl?
who.
The
No, Juliana kissed him on the couch, and Ronnie wanted nothing to do with it.
no, yeah, yeah.
I sent y'all the TikTok
Right.
because they were like, "It looks like the girl is basically sexually harassing him, sexually assaulting him." Let's see.
I just thought he was just a weird dude. That's what I thought. I was
Same.
like, he's just a serial killer kind of guy. I don't know. But it makes sense now that I watched that TikTok, like it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, there's a thread from 2 years ago. Am I the only one who doesn't get gay vibes from Ronnie like at all? I understand how the club scene could make it look like he is, but Ronnie just seems like the club, not his scene. I mean, look at what we've seen on his personality thus far. Do he seem like the type of nigga to be in that type of setting? I just don't see anything in his behavior that suggests he's gay because turning down 2 women isn't valid enough for me. Like, I ain't see him checking out other men or nothing. Like, maybe since he don't wanna be there in the first place, he wasn't trying to be bothered by anyone. Maybe he just has standards for himself and not trying to fuck on anyone and everyone. There's still men like that. There are, but clearly he's mental. We've yet to see exactly what he has, but the nigga's clearly not okay. And his only goal right now is to get back to the top dog spot. He's focused on that and that alone. Nice to see a man in the power universe not swindled by the cooch. I didn't think anything of it until the girl pointed out. I was like, you know what?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. Somebody said he's not mental, he's institutionalized. I mean,
typically institutionalized comes with some other shit.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I can
Oh,
see
I
what you're saying.
forgot. They
Right.
said he was checking out the bouncer, couldn't keep his eyes off of him. He did look that bouncer up and down. I think Ronnie's
Hmm.
gay. I think Ronnie's 100% gay. I'm not gonna hold you.
I agree. I agree.
I
I
mean, yeah.
totally think he's gay. Yeah, we gonna be in the power. We gonna be all on these Reddits, all in the power TikTok community, threads, Twitter, the whole nine. Because Sasha Penn, you motherfucker, I gotta give it to you. Y'all really created something here because it's a lot deeper than the surface. Breeze telling Kanan that they were brothers, even though we know DEFCON was not his father, Howard is his father. We know the audience is privy to that. We don't know if Breeze is being truthful or if he's just trying to fuck with Kanan. And that's what makes it interesting. But then
Right.
again, this all comes back to Snaps and Pop. This all comes back to Snaps and Pop. They have to go.
I need to
There's
go
no way
back
they
and listen
survive.
on this last episode when we get off. I want to go back and listen to what Kanan says at the end
He just
in his
kind of looked
soliloquy.
at him.
No, I'm
He
talking
just
about
kind of
the
looked.
narration. The narration of
Oh
it
yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I need to hear that again because that could possibly open the door up of what Kanan's truly thinking about what he said. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he was saying something about being brothers and family and how I don't remember.
We're definitely putting a social media poll up. Uh
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
I need to rewatch it too.
I can't call it. I know Kanan is just like this nigga on some bullshit. There's no way. Like he don't know that I know who my dad really is.
Right.
Um, but yes, Rock definitely told Howard that DefCon was gay. She definitely. I remember that very, very well. And I remember it was Marvin who took him to the prison to see what would have been his uncle. It was DefCon's brother.
Mhm.
Um, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Breeze is Pop's nephew. They introduced him to Kanan Stark.
I don't know. They didn't say specifically whose nephew specifically he is. They just said our
He,
nephew.
if I remember correctly,
So,
he said something like auntie, this, that, and the third. And he
mhm.
was like, these old dinosaurs call me Branford. Niggas on the block call me Breeze.
Right.
So what the fuck is DEFCON's last name? See, now we need to know that because Breeze's
Do
last
we?
name is Frady. We do. Well, here's the thing. So here's a secret for y'all, and maybe it's not exactly a secret. I don't have my biological father's last name. My mother
Okay.
hated my grandfather, but she had his name, and that's the name I have.
Okay.
So you get pregnant in the hood, you're not necessarily given the name.
Right.
Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. So who the fuck is Frady? What was DEFCON's name? It would be nice if we can get that information.
I think a lot more going to be revealed this next episode. You can't have a cliffhanger like this without having some answers to it on the next episode. So this
Hmm.
next episode should tell us a lot.
For all his ruthlessness, he was said to not be smart in spite of his uncle describing him as a young upcoming scholar. He had a routine that made him predictable in his pupils. Kanan Stark and James St. Patrick were all too familiar with it. Indeed, his usual routine of watching Jeopardy at 7 o'clock led to his death at James's hand. Also, according to Kanan, Breeze didn't have time to get scared. Breeze is the son of an unnamed woman, and his father was allegedly DEFCON. So they've updated this in the last few days. He is also the nephew of Snaps and Pop, being part of their organization striking out in East New York. Um, Kanan first meets Breeze when he relocates to Southside Jamaica, Queens. He is described as an ambitious figure with a strong presence and reputation for being both the brightest mind and a bold thinker. But we're told he's not smart. His uncle and aunt had wanted him and Kanan to work as business partners after making small talk. He told Kanan to his family that he goes by his first name, but to him and everyone else, it was Breeze. Yeah, if I remember correctly, he said something about auntie. I would have to go back and check. So I believe his mom and pops were sisters.
Mhm.
I don't know. This is crazy though. That was a beautiful plot twist. I gotta hand it to him. I really
Yeah, that
do.
was fire. That definitely was fire.
So we're gonna put a poll up on social media. Do we believe that Breeze really thinks DEFCON is his father?
Yeah.
I can't
I'm
fucking.
voting no after talking through it.
Yeah.
You
No.
don't think so?
No.
No,
So then
because
who
that
would
would
it? So
literally have to make it Rock was a
so
beard,
then
and then his old boy's mom would have to be a beard.
okay. So then that means, do you think Breeze came up with this plan on his own, or was it implemented in him by Snaps and Pop? Because
It was
they know
implemented
that
by Snaps
DEFCON
and
is
Pops.
gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was implemented by Snaps and Pops. They pulling the strings on it. Because he don't know much about Kanan. They know more about Kanan than he knows.
Yeah.
So it's coming from them, which is going to lead, which is why I think Kanan is going to kill Snaps and Pops. It's going to come out
They're
that,
gone.
yeah,
They're gone regardless. I don't know exactly
Yeah.
when.
this is
I
going to
want to
be the
see.
trigger for it.
I want to look, but I don't want to look. But fuck it, I'm gonna look. Wendell Pierce, my guy. So let's check his Wikipedia and see if it shows how many episodes he's in this season. Turkey. God damn, his fucking filmography is insane. When did Raising Kanan start? Why is it not showing him? Is this film or television? This is television.
Television?
Why is it? It's definitely not showing anything. Oh, here it is. Raising Kanan. Ishmael. His name is Ishmael Snaps Henry. Interesting. Recurring cast, season 3 and 4. It won't tell us. Yeah, crazy. Okay. Oh man. Um. So y'all both believe that this call came from up above, from Snaps and Pops.
Yeah.
They've
What
been
would they
pulling the
have to
strings on
gain?
everything else.
This is true.
What?
Okay,
What?
it does make sense. Okay, I got you. This is what they have to gain. Bring Kanan closer to them and separate him from Rock and his actual family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because that's why they had the cop kill Crystal and say it was Rock. That's why they had Famous killed and said it was Rock. This makes all the sense in the
Yeah.
world. Y'all are right. Y'all are
yeah.
right.
We're getting him
We're
away from
still
his
gonna put the
family
poll up.
by adding new family.
Yeah.
Simple as
Yeah.
that.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I don't have nothing else. I think this was an excellent episode. I was very intrigued. Y'all got anything?
That's it.
Nope.
Wait until
We're
All right.
Friday.
good.
We are under the belief of what we believe. That does not mean that y'all have to agree with us. So we're gonna put a poll up on our social media sites, and we will see what y'all believe. And I'm gonna work on getting in contact with that particular person and see if we could maybe work something out, because I would love to have her on. She's very insightful. Um, she kind of
Yeah.
watches the show through the same lens that we do, so I think she would be excellent to have on. But we'll see. I got nothing else. Y'all believe in yourself first and foremost. You don't believe in yourself, of course, nobody else will believe in you. As always, I'm Derek Daniel Ocean. That's Killer. That's Big Money Sterl. That's Awesome Amy. And we will see y'all in a few days, because this next episode I think is going to be something special. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway,
Absolutely.
that's all we got for y'all, man. Y'all be good. Peace out.
Peace out.
Bye.